Hello and welcome to the Scoreboard, your morning report for February 16th, 2024. I am Zach Beamish. Let's get right into it with the NHL games from yesterday because there were a lot. Starting off, Anaheim defeated Ottawa by a score of 5-1. Mason McTavish with 2 goals, Frank Vatrano with a goal and 2 assists, Cam Fowler a goal and 3 points in that game. I didn't say anyone on Ottawa's names because they don't deserve it. Tampa Bay defeated Colorado by a score of 6-3. Nikita Kucherov with 2 goals and 3 points in that game, the leading scorer of the NHL. Steven Stamkos 1 goal, 2 points. Bowen Byram had 2 goals in the loss for the Avalanche. Florida defeated Buffalo by a score of 4-0. Anthony Stolarz getting his 7th career shutout, 45 saves in that game for Anthony Stolarz. Cutter Verhaeghe had 2 goals. Anton Lundell had a goal and 2 points. Los Angeles defeated New Jersey by a score of 2-1. Quinton Byfield had the game winner there for the Kings. David Reddick a 26-save win. The lone New Jersey goal coming off the stick of Tyler Toffoli. The New York Rangers defeated Montreal by a score of 7-4. Chris Kreider with a hat trick in that one. Adam Fox 4 assists in this game. Cole Caulfield 2 goals, 3 points in the loss for the Canadiens. Toronto defeated Philadelphia by a score of 4-3 in the overtime period. William Nylander of the overtime game winner. Austin Matthews' natural hat trick in 10 minutes puts him over a 70-goal pace this season. Mitch Marner 3 assists in that game as well. Seattle defeated Boston by a score of 4-1. Matty Beniers a goal and 2 assists in that game. Joey Daccord 36 saves in the victory for the Kraken. David Pastrnak a goal for the Bruins. Dallas defeating Nashville by a score of 9-2. 9-2. Wyatt Johnston had 2 goals, 4 points in that game. Tyler Seguin and Ty Dellandrea, both with 1 goal and 3 points in the stomping for Dallas. St. Louis defeated Edmonton by a score of 6-3. Robert Thomas had a goal and 3 points there for the Blues. Jake Neighbors a goal and 3 points as well. Connor McDavid doing what he does, even in a loss, 3 assists. Pittsburgh defeated Chicago by a score of 4-1. Sidney Crosby had 2 goals in the game for the Penguins. Rickard Rakell had 2 assists. Chicago got Connor Bedard back, his first game in over a month. He had an assist in the return. San Jose defeated Calgary by a score of 6-3. Philip Zadina had 2 goals and 4 points in the game for the Sharks. Justin Bailey had a goal and 3 points for the Sharks as well. Mackenzie Blackwood 31 saves in the win for San Jose. And finally, Vancouver defeated Detroit by a score of 4-1. Elias Pettersson had 3 goals. Elias Pettersson had 3 assists, my apologies. Elias Lindholm had 2 goals. Patrick Demko 27 saves in the win for the Canucks. Moving along here to the Atlantic Division. And so it's changed a little bit. Florida has actually jumped ahead of Boston in the standings. They tied them in points with their big win yesterday. They have more wins to now above Boston and in that first seed. And then their Tampa Bay still a point away from Toronto in the Atlantic race for the third spot. Detroit has kind of fallen off the pace a little bit. As we move over to the NHL upcoming game today, Carolina is in Arizona at 9 p.m. A weird day in sports. No MLB because season hasn't started yet. NFL is done. The NBA is off today as well because they're at their All-Star break. So we have Carolina and Arizona, the only game of the Big Four, and that game is only on NHL Network. So find something else to do today, I guess. I don't know. We go over to the leading scorers. Nikita Kucherov still on top of that list. 93 points, 36 goals, 57 assists this season. Connor McDavid, he's slowly, or not so slowly, he has had 9 points in his last 2 games. Getting up this list, he's now 80 points in only 48 games. Again, doing what Connor McDavid does. And with his hat trick, Austin Matthews has now gotten himself back on this list. 45 goals, leads the league, and it is not particularly close. So go to the Hot 15 now. And it's Connor McDavid with 22 points in his last 10 games. He almost has more assists than anyone else has points in the last 10 games. He's been absolutely insane. Austin Matthews, over a goal per game in his last 10, of course, aided by that hat trick. 11 goals, 5 assists for 16 points in his last 10. Robert Thomas on this list as well, as is Brandon Hagel. Hagel has 6 goals, 9 assists. Robert Thomas, 13 assists in his last 10 games. And then we got Mitch Marner. He got 3 assists last night. That gets him on the list. Joel Eriksson Ek currently at the bottom. 7 goals, 7 assists for 14 points. That does it for the NHL. But moving on over to the CCHL, there was one game in the Central Canadian Hockey League yesterday, and it was Rockland taking a 4-2 victory over Cornwall. David Laurent had 2 goals in that game. Davis had 2 goals as well. Benoit Forget had 22 saves in the win for the Nationals. The big win for Rockland, as they are going to be, as we go into the upcoming games, on a bit of a back-to-back here, just skipping over one game, as they're taking on Nepean and Rockland at 7:30. Navin and Brockville at 7:30. That's the best team in the league versus the worst team in the league. Ottawa is in Smiths Falls at 7:30, and Renfrew takes on Hawkesbury also at 7:30. Looking at the CCHL standings, this is the lead in scorers, my apologies. Jace Letourneau still very much at the top of that list with 71 points. Still a 5-point buffer between him and Alex Fournier. And I don't know if that will exactly shorten anytime soon. You gotta imagine that they're just kind of. I mean, Jace Letourneau has been just absolutely insane this season. Again, he has that goals lead. It's going to be insanely difficult for anybody to catch him, I would say. As I'm just trying to delay for time here, admittedly, as we get the CCHL standings up. And here we are. There we are. This Falls currently on top of the division still. Navin has a 9-point difference on them. And then two teams that played last night, Cornwall, 5-4-1 in their last 10. They don't want to keep that up, as does Rockland has been fairly decent in their last 10, 6-3-1. Got a couple games in hand. They could very much threaten, are threatening Cornwall's spot. See if they can get themselves higher in the standings. They could easily be the 2-seed Rockland. But that's going to do it for the scoreboard today. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you have a great